Hey everybody, this is GGB, co-host Puppers, and today we're going to be getting into this third quarter of action for the SEC Browns and the ACC Buccaneers. ACC Bucks up by 3 points, so it's a very well-coached game by Bruce Arians so far, but the SEC Browns will be getting the ball even though they don't look ready at all. I don't know what the heck is happening on that football field, but I mean, I don't know what is exactly happening. There's frozen people in the middle of the field, but okay, they're gone now. But honestly, one of the best games we've seen so far, and we're getting in the Super Bowl, so I hope you're hyped. This is the second to last episode, guys, so I hope you enjoy it. So, let's get straight into it. Matt Stafford's not had a great day so far. He got 2 touchdowns with Mike Evans, but he did make that big mistake where he threw the pick 6 to John Johnson III. So, definitely needed to do a little bit better than that if they want to win this game in the second half. Definitely need to get their stuff together. Nick Chubb definitely needs to be a bigger part. He was great in the first half. Get him involved. But I don't see the receiving core getting involved that much, considering they have Julio and Mike Evans and all these other really talented guys. Yeah, see, honestly, the ACC defense has had their stuff together. They've done a really good job. Other than those 2 touchdowns, which, I mean, understandably, that's a big thing. But they've been able to stop a pretty explosive offense so far. And they've really just rolled over their opponents so far. And the ACC's really stepped up here to make sure, we're not the FCS division. We're not small. We're not the Mountain West. We're not FCS. We're not Division 2, Division 3. We're the ACC, and we've come to play. So, 2nd and 12. Definitely need to pick up some yardage so it makes the third manageable. They go play action here. ACC brings a blitz. He throws it, gets it. Oh, but he's hit in the air, and he drops the ball. Fortunate for the ACC. He's ready to rock, and they have a chance to stop them here on this 3rd and long. Great play by their defense so far. So far, this third quarter, they've gone negative 2 yards total. So, they bring a 5-man rush here. They're not getting to the quarterback. They go over the middle, and he fumbles it. Great play by Luke Kuechly, who gets the ball, gets it back to the 20-yard line, and sets up the ACC offense in the red zone. Great play made by Luke Kuechly, getting his team a huge play, momentum killer. I don't know if the SEC really had momentum before that, though. But the ACC, look at this hit. Push. Forces the fumble. I'm not sure he had full control over it, but they're not going to review that. It's not going to be overturned. DeAndre Hopkins only had 4 catches so far this game. Definitely needs to get more involved. He's averaging 2 catches per quarter. That's not good enough. You need to get to hit the ball to him more. Considering I think Greg Olsen has about the same amount of catches as that, you need to get it to DeAndre Hopkins more. He's arguably the best receiver of football. Definitely need the ball to get to him more. So this definitely looks like a run here with Dalvin Cook bringing their 3 tight ends out on the field. They do go run, and he's tackled for about a 0-yard gain. No yardage brings up a 2nd and 10. So let's see what the ACC dials up here for the 2nd and 10. So, about a minute into this thing, the ACC already has the ball at the SEC 20-yard line, so they're doing pretty well. So, Lamar Jackson drops back to pass. He throws to basically no one. I mean, that should have been intentional grounding. I don't know if it was just a bad throw, but yeah, that was near no one. That was a horrible pass. Bad. So, 3rd and 10. Let's see what they go with here. So, Lamar Jackson drops back to pass. He has time to survey the field because his offensive line is doing pretty well. But he eventually gets sacked. Great play made by Chris Jones, the man, the myth, the legend at Mississippi State. And remember, guys, if you actually do want to go see the full rosters, go check out the MWC at SEC Quarter 1 game for the SEC's roster, and the the Big 12 at ACC game to see the ACC's full roster, so where all these guys went to colleges and stuff, to make sure, if you want to make sure I'm not, a cheater or something, I don't know. But they're sending Harrison Butker out there, the Yellow Jacket himself, to go kick this extra point. Matt Ryan, the man out of Boston College, to hold the ball. He kicks it. It's up. It's good. And they take a 6-point lead. Although, ideally, if you're the defense, you'd think that your offense would get a touchdown out of that, considering what great field position Luke Kuechly provided them. But if you're an SEC fan, you're happy that your defense was able to hold them to 3. But Freddie Kitchens definitely has to do a better job offensively. He does have the firepower wide receiver-wise. He has a pretty good quarterback in Matt Stafford. And you have a really good running back core and an amazing offensive line. So they really should be killing it on offense. But the other thing is that the ACC's defense is very solid as well. There's not many holes in it. So that's a big thing. It's going to be difficult to try to beat. So we're going to get to see a return here by Tre'Davious White. He's going to get all the way to about the 24-yard line, I guess, before he's tackled. And brings up a 1st and 10. So Matt Stafford takes the field. As you can see, he's thrown 2 touchdown passes, sure. But he's only thrown for 140 yards, and he's thrown an interception today. So not ideal for this offense. But the fact that they still have the chance to take a lead here on this drive is pretty impressive, considering they've turned over the ball twice, and I don't think the ACC has done it at all. So the way you lose is you lose the turnover battle, and you definitely losing the turnover battle sucks. But definitely need to get some yardage on this first down. So they go play action, they go dump off pass, and he's quickly tackled for no gain. Evan Engram with the reception. That's another thing. For this SEC offense, you definitely need to be targeting Julio and Mike Evans and Amari Cooper more than Evan Engram. Like, I understand Evan Engram's good, but Luke Kuechly is going to be all over you if you're a tight end. That's his job. And he's arguably the best player on that defense, so I'm not sure why you're trying to be going up against Luke Kuechly on purpose. So they go run here, and Nick Chubb fights his way for about a 7-yard gain, but brings up a 3rd and 4. So definitely going to be interesting to see what the SEC schemed up here offensively. Yum. So Mike Evans definitely needs to get more involved here. So Matt Stafford drops back to pass. He scans the field. Surveys. He dumps it off and picks up a ton of yardage to Amari Cooper. Gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. 3rd reception of the day. So if your third string receivers, he's one catch away from tying the leading receiver on the other team, you're having a pretty good day spreading the ball around. But honestly, that's not translating to points here. And they're getting 2 touchdowns on the board in the first half. Did that in the way more than that in the first half of both games they played so far. So 1st and 10. They're going to go run here with Nick Chubb, who's quickly tackled in the backfield. Great play by the defensive line for the ACC. And honestly, the ACC has proven to be the giant killer. And I think I could see them coming out on top because of that. They just have that, scrappy mentality. Like, sure, we'll take on the big guys. They went, the Big 12 came to them. But they were not glowing favorites. Big 12 made the Super Bowl last year, the Conference of Champions title game. They lost to the Big 10, but so the ACC were not like huge favorites in that game. But they're like, yeah. And they took them on, and they beat Patrick Mahomes in that offense. Then they went to Tennessee and played the Big 10. The team that won the Conference of Champions last year, the number 2 seed in the entire tournament. Same overall as this SEC team. And they went, and really ran off with the game in that 4th quarter. The rest of the game was pretty good. So, actually, this SEC defense stops them from getting a first down, and this SEC offense is going to punt the ball away. I mean, obviously, I feel like I would go for it if I was the Browns down by... So, I don't know. It would be a questionable play call. Do you go for this? Do you not go for it? Depends on how much you trust your team offensively. But anyways, I hope the NFL schedules came out yesterday, guys. So I hope you're really excited to see how your team's gonna get a schedule. Me as a Saints fan, I think it worked out extremely well for us. I'm only really scared about 1 or 2 games. I'd say I'm most worried about the Chiefs and the 49ers. They're obviously fantastic teams, and they're going to be really tough to play. I'm worried about the Bucs too, considering they're a good team, but we'll get them in week 1, so hopefully they'll not be all worked out all the kinks yet. So I hope that's what happens there, and everyone else I think we can beat pretty easily. Obviously, there's some teams that all the teams really in the NFL can surprise you and upset you, but I feel like the rest of the schedule worked out pretty well for us. The Chiefs' schedule looks horrible. My mom's a Chiefs fan. So, Lamar Jackson takes off. Great play by Lamar. Gets it all the way out to the 29-yard line. Do you know they play the Bills and the Ravens, in the first 5 weeks? It's amazing. All the teams, these guys. I think it goes Ravens, Patriots, Bills, maybe? I feel like they're all pretty close together. I'm not that worried about the Pats game, considering I think they might be the worst team in the NFL next year. But Ravens are definitely good, and the Bills are probably the best in the AFC East at this point. So 1st and 10, they go run with Devonta Freeman, who fumbles the ball, and just when you think the ACC might, start putting this game away, the SEC comes off with a big turnover, puts them in ACC range, and will at least make it a 3-point game here. So, Matt Stafford definitely has a chance now. Devonta Freeman makes a huge mistake for his team. They have a chance to really do great in this game. Make it a much harder comeback for this SEC team. But unfortunately for them, it just doesn't work out. Doesn't work out well at all. Buckarooski. So, 9.5 minutes in this third quarter, and we've already seen 2 forced fumbles. So, very interesting here. But we're here for it. It's exciting. They bring Kari Blasingame onto the field, the fullback out of Vanderbilt. They go run, who is quickly tackled on the outside. Great play. Derrick Henry, he's tackled in the backfield. Great play by Bradley Chubb. And honestly, he's one of those young guys that could really grow as a player. Honestly, he hasn't been that great in the past 2 years with the Broncos, but I feel like this could be a potential breakout year for him. He's amazing to watch, honestly. And if they can solidify those 2 outside linebackers and Bradley Chubb and... Dang it. I forgot his name. That's on me. It's from Syracuse. It'll come back to me. So they go run here with Alvin Kamara, who is I'd say one of the best running backs in the NFL, but that's just because I'm a Saints fan and I love him. And he's a 3rd-round steal. Man, out of Tennessee, I think he's better than Leonard Fournette. So, you destroyed Leonard Fournette. You got drafted before him. Ha, 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 ha. So, Matt Stafford drops back to pass on the 3rd and 5. They go short to Alvin Kamara, but still in field goal range, so the drive will not be a total loss. It will lead him up, be down by 3. So as long as Josh Lambo, the second-best kicker in the NFL, can make this, or as long as the holder, Mr. Dak Prescott from Mississippi State, doesn't make a big mistake. So definitely need to not make mistakes here if you're the SEC. Your offense has not been doing well, but you just need a drive or turnover if you're the defense and you're right back. Well, I mean, I'd say you're still in this game, but it's not feeling, how games you're the score is close, but just the way one team has absolutely dominated the other, it just doesn't feel close anymore. Like, yeah, the comeback's still possible, but the way this offense has played, I don't feel like it's going to happen. Like, stuff like that. So, third quarter. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. It's coming to an end, but I'm going to do it next year. So, hit that like and subscribe button if you're into sports and you want to hear my opinions. But also, if you want to see this Conference of Champions tournament next year, comment below. I'm probably going to do it anyways, but just hit the like button, please. So, it would be really nice if I could get some likes, but just comment. I plan on doing it every year. I plan on making it a focal point of my channel. I'll do it once every year. And I just started it because of the coronavirus. I mean, I did it last year, but that was just for myself. And I thought, I'll probably do it again, but I don't know if I'll put it on my channel. But, well, since this coronavirus thing happened, I'm like, well, no, why not? This is a use of my time. Not sure it's a great, productive use of my time, but, it makes me feel like I'm doing something, so I'm going to keep doing it. So Dalvin Cook's not had a great game today, but so they actually go deep past Devontae Parker with the catch, and he gets it all the way to the 33-yard line. Great play by the man out of Louisville, having a connection with the other man out of Louisville. If you didn't know, Devontae Parker and Lamar Jackson are both from Louisville. So they have a cosmic connection. One Cardinal to the other, and they're going deep down the sidelines. Anyways, it'd be absolutely amazing if the ACC could win this game, because honestly, I don't want to hear an SEC fan like, our conference is the best conference. You're just imbeciles, and you can't admit your conference is about the same as every other conference. Like, just admit it, okay? It's not that hard. You're just idiots, so stop it. 2nd and 8, 7 minutes remaining in this game time. So, let's see what the ACC does here on this drive. Definitely, touchdown would be nice if you're the ACC fan, get a 10-point lead. But, 3 points can make it a 6-point lead, which you don't really want, per se. It makes, like, if the SEC gets a touchdown, they're in the lead. But 3rd and 5, definitely gonna, not run here. So, 3rd and 5, drops back to pass. Goes shotgun. He has time to scan the field. What? Oh! Nice play by Devonta Freeman, somehow keeping his feet in bounds and picking up that first down, and that's a killer if you're the SEC defense. And honestly, Devonta Freeman, as crazy as it may sound, is having a better game than Dalvin Cook is today. It's really weird. It's honestly not even close to what I expected. I expected Lamar Jackson and Dalvin Cook to be an amazing duo and dominate. But I don't know. It just seemed like Devonta Freeman has been that guy for the ACC so far. I mean, the other 2 playoff games, it's really been Dalvin Cook. A lot of Dalvin Cook plays were big. He had the big 96-yard touchdown, I mean. So 1st and 10, they bring 3 tight ends onto the field. Definitely looks like it was a run. It is a run. And Devonta Freeman, I'm an idiot. Dalvin Cook pushes it forward to the 17-yard line. And, this is what you want to do if you're the ACC. I guess chewing clock, the least amount of clock is on... I was about to say the least amount of clock is on the clock, but that doesn't make any sense. The least amount of time on the clock is what I was meant to say, because that's what a human would say. So they actually go to Greg Olsen, and Greg Olsen gets into the end zone. Great play by the man, the myth, the legend himself out of Miami. You probably won't be seeing him for much longer, so it would be really nice if Luke Kuechly and Greg Olsen and Eric Ebron, older guys like that, could get their Super Bowl rings before. And Luke Kuechly and Greg Olsen are playing on the same team for the last time, so it's really nice. But Greg Olsen getting in that end zone puts them up by 10, so... Great play by Greg Olsen in this ACC offense. As you can see, is doing extremely well. if you're an ACC fan, you've got to be happy about the position you're in. Not just for the now, which you have a chance to win your first ever conference title, first ever chance to be titled the best conference for a year, but you also are set up for a future of greatness. Honestly, they're probably the best team set up for the future. I understand the SEC and the Big Ten are both have really good rosters. So do the Pac-12. But here's all the quarterback. Probably the youngest starting quarterback is Matt Stafford, and look, he's not that young anymore. But Russell Wilson's getting up there. You got Aaron Rodgers, and it's just full of old quarterbacks. Big Ten, for instance, they have 5 Big Ten quarterbacks in the NFL. Drew Brees and Tom Brady are 2 of them, and Russell Wilson's another one. So, honestly, once Russell Wilson retires, unless there's new talent coming in, which, I mean, Justin Fields will be new talent coming from Ohio State, it's either going to be Haskins or, what's his face? Kirk Cousins. So, it's going to be weird to see. But, honestly, the ACC is set up perfectly. I'd say the FCS Division II, Division III is done pretty well. Got Carson Wentz and Jimmy G. They're both pretty good quarterbacks that are young, so definitely have some young quarterbacks to be there for a long time. But it's definitely going to be a back and forth between Jimmy G and Carson Wentz for really forever. I mean, 2 years ago was Carson Wentz starting. Now this year was Jimmy G. So it's probably going to go back and forth. I bet money that it's probably going to be Carson Wentz next year if he has a full season. The Big 12 has also set themselves up pretty well with the best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes. But other than that, they really don't have anyone to help him out. I mean, Joe Mixon's done extremely well as their running back there, but his receiving talents are slim to none. The guys to throw to, and the defense, he's got to score almost every time he touches the ball because of how horrendous the defense is. I mean, there's some good players on that team, but, I mean, not a lot. I'd say the secondary is pretty strong with Earl Thomas and Xavier Howard, and there's a lot of good guys in the secondary, but, God, the linebacker core and the defensive line, it's just horrendous. Ugh. But 3rd and 4, let's see what the SEC can drop on this 3rd down. He has a wide open guy at the middle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it to Evan Engram, pick up the 1st down. Gets it to the 40-yard line. Hey, Evan Engram is probably having a better day than most of the receivers on this team, which is absolutely ridiculous considering he's nowhere near as talented. And if the ACC is making them go to guys like Evan Engram, who is definitely not their first choice, then that's a win for this ACC team. I think the ACC might be starting its Patriots-like dynasty. This is a team that is built better than any other conference team, and I'm not afraid to say it. Even if they don't win this year, they've set themselves up perfectly to start a reign of terror. I wouldn't be mad at the Big 12 doing really well, though, because I could see it happening because Patrick Mahomes by himself can carry a team, so definitely could happen in Madden universe. But 2nd and 3, Stafford goes under center. He goes quick screen pass. He's quickly tackled. So ends up going backwards 2 yards. Great play by Justin Simmons. In 3rd and 5, they're definitely going to have to come up with a curl probably would work, honestly. Or a slant. Slants would probably work. Slant. I'm tired. Sorry. So, about 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Down by 10. So, this drive is pretty important for the SEC. So, he has time to throw, but unfortunately, he doesn't have time to throw. Robert Quinn finally gets to the man and forces a punt. So, great play by Robert Quinn. Fighting his way through the SEC offensive line. One-on-one with Larry... I'm sorry, that was someone else, sorry. He had 2 guys on him, too. It's impressive, considering the SEC offensive line is really good. But ACC is going to have to end up... the SEC is going to have to end up putting this ball away, and the ACC is going to get another chance to basically put the game away, chew some clock on this next drive, and yeah. So it ends up going in the end zone. It just doesn't seem like anything's working out for the SEC today. Not even punts, but Dalvin Cook, yeah, as you can see, he's not having a great day. I mean, yeah, yards per carry. He has 4 yards per carry. But, I mean, it's not like he's had a great day as of till this point. It's really been Devonta Freeman on the ground who's really, and in the air, and really in every other aspect of the game. He has been the running back today. He's been the hot hand. And not to dismiss Dalvin Cook, it just seems like Devonta Freeman matches up better against this SEC offense. So 1st and 10, they go pass here, and Lamar Jackson has a completely inaccurate pass. And if that's something that maybe he can improve heading into next year, which I bet he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game, considering he will be the cover athlete next year for Madden 21. If he could improve his passing ability, that definitely make this team better. But they go play action here, and Von Miller comes off the edge with no one to block him and gets a big sack for this SEC team. Definitely needs a stop here so they can get the ball back. They only have 2 or 3 more possessions left. So, definitely going to be interesting. So, let's see if they... So, ACC is probably going to end up punting on this drive. So, I'd suggest maybe running, picking up a couple yardage. Make sure your punter's not punting out of his own end zone. You're not picking up 20 yards. I'm just going to say, yeah, they go run here. Yeah, he picks up about 10 yards, makes it a 4th and 10. Well, that's a bad thing. Punter's no longer punting out of his own end zone, which is really good. You don't want that. So, great play by Devonta Freeman, picking up 10 yards, which is really all they needed. They just needed an amount. They didn't need too much yardage. They just needed some yardage. But punting this ball away with about a minute about a minute. They're going to get the ball with a minute left on the clock. Let's see how close I am. So they punt the ball away. So I was about 2 seconds off there. But honestly, this ACC offense has been great. They've only given up 3 points this quarter, and that was because the ACC offense fumbled in their own territory, and they really gave up no yardage after that. They even let them get a first down that drive. So, 58 seconds remaining in this third quarter of action before we end up in the 4th quarter, the end game, Buckaroo Ski. Let's see what the SEC, Freddie Kitchens, Matt Stafford is able to come up with here. So they bring a 3-man rush. ACC brings a 3-man rush, and they almost pick that ball off. Luke Kuechly almost gets an interception. That would really set up the ACC in a chance to basically put this game away. But 54 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10. It really, in the SEC, now has a better chance than they would have if they threw the interception of winning this game. So they go past here. There's a 4-man rush by the ACC. They go curl route for Mike. No, who's 8? No, 2. Never mind, I'm right. Mike Evans, who's really had a pretty lackluster day other than those 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions, 59 yards. They really needed more from him this game, but he's really been shut down by, I'm guessing, Jair Alexander. Yeah. And he's going to catch those passes most of the time. But, 30 seconds left in this third quarter. And I just like to say a couple things. If you like this video or have ideas for videos in the future, comment in the comment section below. Anyways, let's see what they do here on this 1st and 10. Matt Stafford drops back to pass. He throws it. It's incomplete. If you like this video, go down to the bottom of the video, hit that little thumbs up button. It means a lot to me and Poppers when we see our videos get some likes. So please do that. It takes almost no time out of your day, and it makes my day a billion times better. anyways, I'm stuck at my 16th subscriber, so if you really like these videos, go hit the subscribe button, give me that 17th subscriber. So, Matt Stafford goes run here. Anyways, Nick Chubb is doing pretty well. Anyways, if you enjoyed this series, do hit that like button. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Anyways, this is GGB, Co-host Pupper saying, adios amigos.